Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Phoenix Wright Justice for All. Today we're going to trial. Yay! Oh, hi Max. Good morning, Max. Max? Milk. What? If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. Stage? Don't worry, there won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down. I guess. Nick, Max is really nervous. Can he milk you? No. This is understandable, though. Hey, my sweeties. What? You don't think I should fly, do you? Huh? You know, you've got to make a good impression, good first impression. When I thought maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little. No. We can't be having you flying around in the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. Also, it would prove that you can fly, and we don't want that. Imagine if you hit someone. Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says, and everything will be okay. Maybe. Oh, sweetie. What is it this time, Max? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying fabulously from above. One glimpse of that, and everyone in the room will be on your side. Max, really, no one needs to fly today. Nick, what's with the look in your eyes? I want to fly! Yeah, I like the sound of that dashing young lawyer flying fabulously. Ah, it's the whip lady, right. Right. And now the case of one. Oh, yes! Your Honor, get on with it! Sorry, I didn't realize the defendant's name is Billy Bob Jones. So that's what stopped him? It's like, that was the case of Billy Bob Jones. Is that a name? So, well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica? Yes, Your Honor, he does often go by that name. You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. I think everyone here wouldn't mind if we called the defendant Maximilian Galactica. Objection? It sounds more friendly. I wonder if that is to our advantage. Probably not. Ms. Von Kammer, your opening statement, if you please. Hope you didn't bother thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Huh? The spirit-channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. I don't care, you still lost. It did not count, you hear me? No, it did. It's a big L for you. L for her. She must still be upset about what happened last time. She is a loser after all, that makes sense. You have no chance. Zero, zilch, nada. I'm not losing this case. We'll see. Why, you ask? Because it is nothing but it is not in the nature of a Von Kammer to lose at anything. Because honestly, like, the two Von Kammers I've met, they've done nothing but lose. So, you're gonna have to prove otherwise. Guess being born with the name Von Kammer is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. I mean, apparently. Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are. Me? Guilty? What are you talking about? Also, I'm bringing my own cattle prod next time. And if you whip me, I'm gonna shock you. He'll be my ultimate revenge. But it's not like it'll bring your dad back. There, opening statement complete. Now let's hurry and wrap up this waste of time. Was that an opening statement? It had nothing to do with the case. Very well, you may call your first witness, Ms. Von Kammer. Detective Dick Gumshoe, get up here, now! Hey Gumshoe, how's it doing? How's it going, dog? Sorry to keep you from your work, as I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, Detective. Don't mention it! Well, no trouble at all! I've been looking forward to this! Very well, I would like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question. At your service, sir! Alright, Detective, you may proceed with your testimony. I don't know why, but I want, when I click this button, Gumshoe's like, I have no idea what's going on! And that's it. And that is it. The night of the crime, snow was falling around 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. All the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice a routine. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. That's pretty late for practice. Well, I guess if you're running the show all day, it wouldn't make sense you would practice at night. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. As if doornails actually ever lived, but they don't, so as it stands kind of weird. The case of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. Okay. I thought they were just gonna go blunt force trauma to the head and he died. But apparently it snapped his neck. I see, he was beaten to death. Here's the autopsy report for the victim. Court accepts this as the evidence. Whoa. A blunt object, Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yeah, Your Honor. Alright, Gumshoe. I'm gonna press you like you've never been pressed before. With the LB button. Even though that's how I always press you. Let me ask you about the snow. It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime. Did it pile up? It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe about 1.5 inches was on the ground. That does not count as a blizzard. The snow froze in place and stayed on the ground until the next morning. Snow. Let me see. There's gotta be more to this. What's the matter, Nick? I need to take a look at the court records. Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus doing at the night? What? Okay, why do I need to look at the court records, though? Yeah, 1 second, Gumshoe. Back of the head, sure. Check. I mean, that could be 1 inch. I don't know. But what are we supposedly seeing aside from this creepy-ass monkey? Press. When you say all of the circus performers, who do you mean? Well, everyone but the dancers and the staff are there. Why were the dancers there? They need the practice, don't they? Regina the animal tamer, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist? Yeah, Triloquist. I get it. And Ben is supposed to be Ven. But why Woodman? Because it's a puppet? And of course, the defendant, Maximilian Galactica, and his victim, the ringmaster. Oh, almost forgot. Regina the tiger was there as well. Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey? When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. Detective, you are welcome to file a police report after this proceeding. Yeah, you can probably pay you back for the watch, right? I would imagine. After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to? Regina was playing with the regent, while Mo went back to his room tired from work. Ben the ventriloquist went to the front gate absorbed in his own world. Have you met the guy? Something wrong there. The ringmaster Mac went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately. Talk privately, That's awfully suspicious. Maybe a little bit romantic. You wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about, would you? It seems they were negotiating Mac's salary. Actually, Max was asking for Regina's hand in marriage, so they were arranging a marriage. I guess we don't want to bring that up, though, in the court of law. Press. I'd like to be a bit more specific about the events at 10:15 p.m. Okay, not a problem, pal. We got a witness that told us the whole thing went down. Oh, God. This is totally meaningless. Time to move on. Well, that's not weird at all, but we'll just have to revisit that testimony later. Detective Gumshoe, would you be mind telling us how the victim met his end? They have a witness. It's Ben, isn't it? A wooden box. That's right! The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed. Carrying the box, It was a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor. What do you mean? Well, it was much heavier than it looked, not to mention it was locked. Locked, you say? 20 pounds. It's both a small but strong lock. maybe my only chance so I might as well ask some questions about the contents. You mind telling us what was inside the box? Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was this little bottle. Bottle? What is that, Detective? Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle. Is it salt? What's inside the bottle? It's filled with pepper. Pepper? Why in the world was it locked in the big box? There was only one little bottle in that huge box. I wonder if it has some sort of special meaning. That's weird. That's really weird. The cause of death was a blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct? You've done your homework, pal. I know, I can kind of read sometimes. And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you? The police are searching for it as we speak. My theory is that it is something that the perpetrator ran off with. That would make sense, yes. You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene. No, I bet he made it disappear with magic. Ho, ho, ho! Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now. If that's all we're gonna get out of Gumshoe... Oh, so I don't need to ask the other box questions? I mean, all we're gonna get out of him is that little bottle of pepper and a box. Now that we have wrapped that up, Mr. Detective, I'd like to call my next witness. Huh? I'm not even halfway off the stand! I'm not even off the stand! Obviously, but that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. I don't know, but wrapped up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy. At least that's what my doctor tells me, that's why I have lotion. Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Ms. Von Commer, your next witness. I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand. She must be talking about Ben the ventriloquist. I wonder if Trilo... It's Ventrilo. Trillo will show up on the stand as well. No. Puppets are not permitted in the court of law. Please state your name and occupation for the record. My full name is Triloquest. I'm employed as an operatic tenor? Is that an operatic? Is that what they call singers like in an opera? Excuse me. The witness called to the stand was one Mr. Benjamin Woodman, ventriloquist. That rope must be cutting off your circulation. I said I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine. I'll grace you with a song. Me. The world of the law. Exciting and daring. Guilt or innocent. Decided by a drudge dressed up as a woman. Well, what do you think? I mean... That's a good rhyme. Shut up, Maya. It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak. Trillo, you better not... You know better than to insult the judge. Shut up! Just look at your nose. You would think you'd have the sense to fix it. What's wrong with his nose? It's so ugly I want to punch you in the face on the off chance of swelling would help. You know that your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star. Celebrities really enjoy saying everything that flashes into their minds. You know. Not just celebrities. Doesn't really go over well sometimes either. What's going on here? Order! I demand to know who the witness is. Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trilo handle this. I'm not worried about you one bit. I'm more worried about the... You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now let us proceed. No, let's kick him off the stand. Because clearly, he's not mentally fit to be a witness. Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge. Clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. That's when I saw Max, heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. You saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene. You're sure of that? Without a doubt. He had his silk hat, cloak, and the dumb white roses on his chest. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? That's enough. I think we all get the picture. You're insane. Just one thing, though. You said you ditched the clown. That's right, dress boy. Well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean the clown committed the crime? He's got a point. What a shame. It's a nice theory, but the clown can't be the culprit. Why's that? Here's absolute proof. A silk hat. This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. Ah. Without a question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene, unless of course it was a setup, but only absolute foolish fools would think this is a setup at all. How foolish. Well done, Miss Von Calmer. Not really. It's a hat. Your prosecutional skills are unrivaled. Well done. I find that hard to believe. Thank you for stating the obvious. Mr. Phoenix Wright, do what you have to do. Okay, I guess she's the boss again today. Kinda odd, given how she lost last time, like a loser. Press? The clown, you're talking about Mo. Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's so pathetic. I can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise and his makeup is running all over the place. I mean, it takes special makeup for it not to run when you're sweating. Have you not seen face-painted wrestlers? That shit looks cool at the beginning, and by like 10 minutes into the match, it's all peely and like just dripping. Have you ever seen the Ultimate Warrior wrestle? Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to keeling over for good. Poor guy. I don't feel bad. We didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being a first-place loser, that guy's head of the pack. Then what happened? I thought he was like, I can relate. Why the plaza's entrance? To do some thinking, of course. It was awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in your nice warm lodging house have been a better idea? Mr. Phoenix Wright, I think you should leave the thinking to the witness. Why? It's obvious he can't do it! But I'm a good thunker. At least my teachers always said I was. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. Are you sure it was really Max Galactica? Of course I was. How could you make someone wearing such a shoddy three-piece getup? Shoddy three-piece getup? Get the wax out of your ear, lawyers nowadays. You're all like talking to a brick wall. Max three-piece getup. Jeez, could you be any more dense? All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you. Nick, I think you should put a little more effort into preparing your questions. I think I'd get a new assistant. Mia Pearl was doing quite well last time, Maya. I think you're gonna be replaced. You saw Max and only Max, right, Trilo? That's right, and that makes him the killer. There was only one person headed that way that night. That makes quite a bit of sense and makes Max one suspicious character. There's more to the story than meets the eye. Is there something amiss here? Ben only saw Max. There's no proof. Ben only saw Max? I mean, there is no real proof it's Max, aside from the getup, which apparently is solid evidence that incriminates him, even though you could probably just get it from his dresser room, get it from a store, order it online. You know how many outfits you can get of celebrities and characters online just by going to Google and being like, hey, I would like a 2B outfit, and then it gets shipped to you in a week. Chronos, that's very specific. Shut up. Ben only saw Max? It's a bit strange, don't you think? What's strange? That you only saw Max. Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well? What? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? I don't know. Who else do you suppose the witnesses could have seen? Ringmaster! That's the victim. That's correct. If Trello was at the entrance of to the plaza, he should have seen the Ringmaster as well. Why are you with me? Obviously the Ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness. Could have seen him. What? Wait, what was that? Oh, I can't go back. Anyone with sense could have figured that one out. What are you talking about, you, pathetic excuse for a prosecutor? The Ringmaster and Max went together to the Ringmaster's room. Is that, according to the defendant, a likely story? If Maximilian Galacta was supposed to be in the Ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime? I see. It seems that at this stage I have no reason to doubt the witness's testimony. Really? The guy is on the stand with a puppet, talking as if the puppet's a legitimate person. He's also punching himself in the face. There is clear reason to doubt this witness's testimony. And there's no clear constructive contradiction. Conclusive. He's right. No, he's not. A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now, let's move along with the testimony. Trello wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Well, Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina, which is probably why Max conked him over the head. Nix, wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Yeah, I think so. I don't know anymore. They're the same person. They're the same person, Maya! We're back at the beginning? Why were we back at the beginning there? Here, I guess. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene? I suppose that would have been around... Hey, what time was it? I think it was around, I'd say, a bit after 10:30 p.m., I think. Practice ended at 10 p.m., so you hung around the lodging house the entire time? I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you just stand outside in the weather. That weather. Well, the truth is... Will you shut up, you big-nosed dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you believe that we just stand outside in that weather? Well, maybe you were waiting for someone. Oh, what? Who said we were waiting for someone? Mr. Phoenix Wright, we can all do without your offhanded theories. Yeah, objection! We can do without your whip. But this witness, he's cracking under pressure already. I'm on to something. Mr. Wright. Who do you suppose the witness was waiting for out in the cold that night? Well, probably Regina, because he's a goddamn predator. Well, if he was waiting for her outside in the cold, it was for one person. And one person only. And he was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina. What? You were waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Because you're a goddamn sicko and a creep. Am I right? Am I mistaken? Is this true? Well, I know I'm 31 years old going after a 16-year-old, but I swear it's nothing! Who cares if I was waiting for that night? What's important is what I saw. Don't you forget it. Well, the puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right. Huh? Alright. There's obviously a reason why this witness was there on that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. Ugh. That makes perfect sense. What did you just say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime. However, he did not see the victim on the way to the eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there is a high likelihood that he could have missed someone else other than Max heading the scene. There's absolutely no proof that the witness is waiting for the animal tamer. I guess you got me. Alright, I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true, I was waiting for Regina. Pain! Don't volunteer things! Mr. Quist, tell us the truth this time, and I mean the whole truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house? I was. I was waiting to propose to her. You are what? Arrest this man! What's the matter? You think the humans have a monopoly on marriage? The matter of the puppet marriage is not under review in this case. What? You're the judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit. More pain! Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now we have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a goddamn puppet. And a sick man. About the proposal? Okay. That's gonna be next time, though. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time.